In this candid discussion with Warren Buffett, the renowned investor shares insights on Berkshire Hathaway's stance on tobacco stocks. With a thoughtful and principled approach, Buffett reflects on their past involvement with tobacco stocks and the ethical considerations that guided their decisions. Let's delve into his perspective on this complex matter.
Yeah, we have owned, we won't comment on what we own now, but we have owned tobacco stocks in the past. We've never owned a lot of them, although we may have made a mistake by not owning a lot of them. But we've owned tobacco stocks in the past, and I've had people write me about whether we should do it or not. We own a newspaper in Buffalo. It carries tobacco advertising. We don't. Well, actually, Charlie's the director of a sensational warehouse chain called Costco, which used to be called Price Costco. You know, they sell cigarettes. So we are part of the distribution chain with a 100% owned subsidiary. We are part of the distribution chain with a 100% owned subsidiary. And so we have felt that we would invest in tobacco stocks. We made a decision some years ago that we didn't want to be in the manufacture of chewing tobacco. We were offered the chance to buy a company that has done sensationally well subsequently, and we sat in a hotel in Memphis and in the lobby and talked about it, and finally decided we didn't want to do it. Can I give you some?
That wasn't because we thought it wouldn't do well. We knew it was going to do well.
We knew it was going to do well, but now why would we take the ads for those companies, or why would we own a supermarket, for example, that sells them, or a 7-Eleven, or a convenience store that sells them, or something of the sort, and not want to manufacture them? I really can't give you the answer to that precisely, but I just know that the one bothers me and the other doesn't bother me, and I'm sure other people would draw the line in a different way. So the fact that we've not been significant holders of tobacco stocks has not been because they've been on a boycotted list with us. That it just means that overall we were uncomfortable enough about their prospects over time that we did not feel like making a big commitment in them.
Warren Buffett has mentioned that Berkshire Hathaway has owned tobacco stocks in the past, but never held a significant amount. He discussed a decision not to invest in a chewing tobacco manufacturer in the past, and he expressed discomfort with the tobacco industry's long-term prospects. Buffett emphasized that their investments or non-investments in tobacco stocks were not driven by a boycott, but rather by their evaluation of the industry's prospects.
Charlie?
Yeah. I think each company, each individual has to draw its own ethical and moral lines, and personally I like the messy complexity of having to do that. It makes life interesting.
I hadn't heard that before. Well, we'll make him in charge of this decision.
No, but I don't think we can justify our call particularly. We have to draw the line somewhere between what we're willing to do and what we're not, and we draw it by our own lights.
We owned a lot of bonds at one time of RJR Nabisco, for example, some years back. And should we own the bonds and not own the stock? Should we own should be willing to own the stock but not be willing to own the business? Those are tough calls. Probably the biggest distributor the biggest seller of cigarettes in the United States is probably Walmart. Just because they're the biggest seller of everything. They're the biggest seller of Gillette products, and they're huge. And do I find that morally reprehensible? I don't. If we owned all of Walmart, we'd be selling cigarettes at Walmart. But other people might call it differently, and I wouldn't disagree with them.
Warren Buffett's discussion on tobacco stocks offers a glimpse into Berkshire Hathaway's ethical considerations and investment decisions. While they've had past involvement, their principled approach underscores the importance of individual and corporate ethical boundaries in investing. It's a reminder that in the world of finance, navigating the ethical complexities can be as challenging as it is interesting.